Hello creative friends, this is Joy. Today I thought I would do a flip through the first journal that I ever did. And the reason why I decided to do a flip through this journal is because I recently did a video showing you a flip through this journal, which I've recently completed. But this isn't actually my first art journal. This one is my first art journal. And the reason why I have not done a flip through this journal is because I've not really completed this journal. As you can see, there's about 10 pages at the back that have not been done or, covered over or whatever, filled in. And so I haven't really considered this journal completed. However, even though this is a bound journal, even though I removed half of the pages, you can see it is pretty much busting at the seams, and so I guess you can call this journal abandoned. This is an abandoned journal, and I don't know that I will actually go back to it and do anything more. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do a flip through it, because I don't know what I'm going to do with this journal. I mean, I like what I've done, the pages that I've done in it, but I'm just, because of it, being so full, I'm just not, really inspired to go back to add more to it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick flip, just so that you guys can see one of the first art journals that I created when I started art journaling. So I don't remember who I saw that said you should claim your journal, and so that's what this page is all about, claiming my journal, saying this is my journal, and so got my name in there. They said write your name several times. My middle name is Joy, that's why I go by Joy, and now I'm a Guthrie, so not a Dobbs anymore. But my first name is Teresa, but I go by Joy, and Joy Guthrie. So that goes to how old this is, because I've been married for quite a few years now. And I don't have a date. Oh, wait a minute. No date on this. But I'm pretty sure this was back in 2012, 2013. Because I think that's about the time I discovered art journaling and started art journaling. And then I got this image online. I colored it, cut it out, put it on here. Put on here like what I was hoping to accomplish with my art journaling, which is creative spirit, expressing myself, having fun, believe in yourself, just do it. Because I was a little bit apprehensive. This was something new to me, and art journaling, and it was very kind of intimidating, and to have courage and to take risk and just to do it. So it was kind of an inspiring page as well. So I started, this is an art journal page that I did because actually the person that got me into art journaling is oh no, I just drew a blank. Hang on. I will edit this part out. So the person that got me into art journaling is Julie Faye Fan Balzer. I actually saw her on TV, and then I did some research online because I was wanting to see more of her art, and saw that she had something on her blog called Art Journaling Every Day, and I had never heard of art journaling before, and started reading through that and seeing what she was doing, and found that very inspiring, and thought that is what I want to do, because I've always painted, since drawn. I always used to, or always, all of my life would draw, because I love drawing from the time I was like really little. And when I got to be a teenager, I got into painting, doing paintings on canvases, which I have several. All of my family have paintings that I've done. But it's, painting on a canvas is a lot more intimidating. And I just wanted to, and stressful, and frustrating, and I just wanted to be able to do something creative and have fun and not be so stressed out and, you know, about having to do something, you know, a masterpiece or whatever. So that's why I found this so appealing. So right away I ordered some of her stencils. This is one of her stencils. Remember the clock stencil. I think that was like a Tim Holtz clock stencil. I believe this was a stencil that, I can't remember where that came from. So I did the stenciling and the spraying. I did Delusion sprays. This was one of her stencils that I did on here and then painted it. So this was one of the very first art journal pages that I completed. And then I, you know, did this art journal page where I remember in high school we used to do our silhouette and then do stuff inside of it that we liked. And this was actually a silhouette from a magazine page that I put down and, you know, painted around it. I painted it, the whole page pink, and then put the image down and painted around it. And then I did a bunch of stuff in here, you know, of things that I like, and drew and painted the horse, which I love horses and tigers, and the flower, and just doodles. And there was a couple of stamps that I did, mostly doodling some quotes like "Have no fear of perfection, you'll never reach it," from Salvador Dali, one of my favorite quotes, and some other quotes. And then on this other page, I did some stamping and just a bunch of different quotes about spirituality and love and my kids and my granddaughter and my husband and hope, you know. So this was all about my family. So I did this based on, you know, like my family and stuff. And this is one that I call the ugly page. This is where I was playing around and I put tape down. I did some, you know, stenciling, some stamping, and, you know, made these stamps, you know, and did those on here. And it just turned out to be a big muddy mess. And then I put down some things that I found in magazines, and this is a picture from magazines, a tag that I created, Fearless Creations. It's not perfect, but it's me, and I had fun creating it. So I made this tag and put it on here, you know, to remind myself that, hey, this is just supposed to be for fun, you know. This isn't where it's got to be perfect, beautiful, whatever. You know, it is what it is. Made a couple more tags, you know, where I drew a bird and a butterfly on a flower and painted them. Put those on here. So did that. This is where me and my husband went to St. Augustine, and I just love it there. It's a beautiful place. Come back with lots of pictures, and then decided to do a page about it. And this was a map that I got out of a flyer, and some pictures of boats and a couple of tickets. And then I drew on here St. Augustine and drew and painted the lighthouse there, and then the fort, and this is a lion that's on the bridge of St. Augustine, and then I got a picture of a bridge on here, and that was in 2011. So wow, this goes back further than I realized. This was end of 2011. So yeah, that's when I started getting into art journaling, I guess, in 2011. And this is another journal page of St. Augustine, the same trip. Me and my husband, which we find that completely hilarious. Him, the sheriff, and me, the prisoner. And this was a map from St. Augustine, from the Fountain of Youth, and tickets from the Pirate Treasure, and some pictures, because at the Fountain of Youth, they had these beautiful peacocks, white peacocks, and these other colored peacocks, and they had this really pretty Ferris wheel. So that all got put on here, and part of this journal page with some coloring and stamping and stuff in the background. And then we went to SeaWorld. When I first started art journaling, I just would do things based on trips that we were taking. So I went to SeaWorld and come home and drew and painted this page, you know, of all the things I saw at SeaWorld that, you know, of course I saw more, but these are the things I really, you know, enjoyed at SeaWorld, and then cut out and put the little tag on there. So that was fun. And this was another art journal where I did a lot of writing in the background and then painted over it, and just kind of put things on here to, you know, inspire me to have confidence, believe in yourself, and, you know, my own powers and ability. This was actually after a very frustrating day. So I wrote down all my frustrations, and then I did this page to kind of remind myself of all the accomplishments that I have made, and, you know, how far I have come, and that, you know, I just need to not be so hard on myself, I guess you could say. And so, yeah, life is a series of reboots. I like that. That's good. Things that I've, you know, proud of my accomplishments, wrote those down. So, yeah, trying to just make myself feel better, which I did. I did feel better. So this is a page that I just did a lot of, you know, stamping and putting down book pages and stenciling and really just playing and having fun. And so that's why I put on here, live, love, laugh, play, and have fun. You know, that's what this page is all about, just having fun. And this is a tag from something. You know, like I've said before, I just throw tags in a box, and I always find uses for them in my journal. And it said, words to live by, which is to live, love, laugh, play, and have fun. So this is in 2002, I guess. I did stamp a date on that. I try to put dates on most of my pages, but I realize some of them don't have dates. Here's another one where I was playing around, added some printed paper to the back, colors, drips, and then just added stuff from magazines that I liked. This is the Rose, one of my favorite songs, and I think is so inspiring. Some stickers, some quotes, the hidden happiness, you deserve to be happy, you know, a rainbow, great things are about to happen. I don't think I can face, I think it says face, oh, each day is a blessing from God. That's what that says. So this was another inspirational page. You know, you deserve to be happy, and, you know, writing about that. That was from 2012. This was a page I did after going to SeaWorld. I did some printed paper around the edges, although you can't really tell anymore because the paint, after painting over it and stuff, it's completely covered up. And then painted these seahorses that I really liked. That was from 2013. This is where I went on a trip with my work to Georgia, and I saw these absolutely beautiful red tulips. And I was just, you know, floored by the red tulips and how pretty they were. And these do not do the tulips justice that I saw. They were absolutely gorgeous. But I did an art journal page about it. I did some book printed paper in the background, painted over it, and then did the tulips and the butterflies, and then put this on here to remind me of the red tulips that I saw when I went to Georgia. And then here's where 2013 I started doing, after looking online, you know, trying to find other people that are doing art journaling. I found Lifebook and decided to sign up for Lifebook because I was kind of struggling with ideas on what to art journal about. And so I thought Lifebook might be fun and give me, you know, some inspiration and, you know, ideas of journal pages to do. So this was one of the first journal pages that I did with Lifebook 2013. And it, you know, says to, you know, create your fairy art mother. And this is actually, these pictures were actually pictures my granddaughter drew, so I thought those were appropriate to put on here. And then we were to write different things on here to help inspire us to be creative in our art journaling. And then I wrote a little bit about the page, you know, that these pictures are are pictures that my granddaughter drew. This is another Lifebook page, and one of the techniques is to paint and then put salt and to get the texture, and that was a lot of fun. And then use book pages, you know, for images, and, you know, that was a lot of fun. And then, of course, you know, put different sayings on here, you know, that are inspirational. So I found different things to put on the clouds and the flowers to inspire, that were inspirational, and then a picture of yourself in a car or whatever. That was fun. This is another life book art journal page, and this was putting baby wipes on tin foil and then cutting them out. They were colored baby wipes, and then cutting them out and putting them on the page. And this is supposed to be dimensional, but being in the art, you know, the book, and it just flattened out. And of course, a lot of stamping and colors and stuff in the background. Celebrate life, express yourself, grow. This is all about growing in your art, bloom. So that was fun. And another life book journal page with the stamping and the coloring and adding elements from magazines and cutouts and things. And these are some stamps that I had, and inspiring, you know, words. Another life book page where we paint the whole page black, and then we do like kind of a chalk painting on here, and you talk about your journey and what your goals are for like 2013. To be healthy, be happy, to relax and spend time with family, to do more art, and to be happy and have fun. So that was that, and this was like my hand. Another couple of life journal pages. This is kind of like a board game, a journey of your life, you know, stamping, and a picture of me when I was little, and coloring and making these cards. So, and then of course different things that you put on here about your journey. And then on the cards I put pictures of animals because I love animals, and then I used words like strength, freedom, wisdom, courage, and then wrote on the back, you know, different things. Oops, there's another one there. Oh, yeah, love. So that I thought turned out really cute. And this was supposed to be our spirit animal, and I've always been drawn to horses, so I did this horse in the background and then drew and cut out this picture and put courage and strength. And then this was another art journal. That's an art life book journal page 2013. This was another one where you did like the crazy birds. Let's see, I don't remember what, I guess that's the front. And then you do these quirky birds or whatever, and then you put a song is what I used, and cut it out and put it on here. So that's what that is. A couple of more, well, this one is a life book page where I drew and painted a couple of girls on here, and it talks about having courage, strength, and to be brave. And I believe that this is just one I did on my own. No, this was a life book one as well. It's where you actually put the image on the page and then you paint over the magazine image. So if you're not really good at drawing, this is a great way to get an image and paint an image on your page. You just put the image on, you kind of, with some gesso, lightly gesso over it. You can water down the gesso if it's too thick. And then you use your paints to paint the image. And, you know, so I wasn't really that great at drawing, you know, people, but, you know, that was kind of cool. And then different sayings and titles and things from my stash to, you know, have a can-do attitude, to be confident, to love life and be full of hope, and, you know, what would you do if you had no fear? That's a good question. These were life book pages again from 2013 still. This is about connections, and then you would write things inside these little rolled up pieces of paper and put them on here, tie them up and put them on the heart. And then the background's a lot of stamping, papers, stencil, coloring. Same thing here. And then you know, would draw the images and then paint around them so that you could still see the background, you know, there, and talk about connections. And this is supposed to be me and my husband. And here's another art journal page. It's a 3D, if you could see that, which I thought was kind of cool. You know, it's like, you know, a rainbow. It says love yourself, and then a heart, and then a little person, you know, and talks about being happy, believe in God, trust. And so that was fun. Some of these pages stick together. Well, this one, because it's got Mod Podge on it, and I put powder on it, but it still sticks. I mean, you can still feel the powder, but it's still sticky. So 2 more life book pages from 2013. This is where you cut out different images and things that relate to your life, you know, which, you know, is art, coffee. That year was my 50th birthday. I was studying, doing some school, getting my PMP certification, reminding myself to be happy. I got married that year on May 10th. My daughter graduated college. I love to scrapbook, so I was doing scrapbooking, trusting in God. Not enough time for art. That's always a thing with me. Never enough time. And then with work, it was frustrating, challenging, and busy, busy, busy. So that was what I was going through in 2013. That was fun, you know, life book page. And this was, as you could see, supposed to look like stained glass, which it does, and that was fun to do that and piece it together, let your light shine. This was another life book page where you're supposed to, you know, paint, put a picture of yourself, doodle, and then write about yourself, which I had some problems, some difficulty, and so my granddaughter helped me. So she started putting things on here for me. Too nice to be forgotten. Too funny. Smart, loving, awesome grandma. Yeah, so she was helping me with this page because I was struggling with what to put on here. Too funny. I put my, you know, things I felt, you know, successful at, you know, so that was funny. Another couple life book pages. Nature is my muse. We're supposed to do a page about our muse, and nature, you know, is my muse, and I just love the big cats, the panthers, the tigers, the lions, the cheetahs is my favorite, but I love all animals in general. And this was another life book page. If you bend in love, you will never break. So that was fun. A couple of more life book pages where we used the Twinkling H2Os, which I absolutely love. And so really had fun doing these 2 pages, flowers, and then writing around the outside of them. That was 2013 still. We're still in 2013. At first I started out doing chronological, but in other art journals I skipped around a lot. So here I tried to go chronologically. More 2013 life book pages. Did the eye and the stamping and the painting. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Still struggling with people. And soul whispers, but you know, have no problem with animals. It's the people that is the challenge, and I drew and painted the wolf on there. A couple more life book pages. This is like a collage of pictures and images and words, and then some stamping and stenciling and writing in the background about yourself. Another page writing in the background, and then painting around a mask, which was just an image from a magazine, and then putting some more stamping, stenciling, and writing on top. That's another life book page. Another life book page from 2013, which is about your journey. A lot of book pages and gesso and stamping and painting, and it's got words and quotes and things in the sail and in the waves, so that was fun. A couple more life book pages. I guess you're supposed to put an image of yourself, which is basically just my face here, but I got, this is from a magazine, which seems similar to my body type, and put my face on it, and then put wings, and did the hair, and put a couple images on here, and did a painted background. So that's supposed to be like, I guess, your environment, what you're most comfortable in, which I'm most comfortable in nature. And this is another life book page where we did the salt on the background, the drawing and painting, and then a quote: "You hold the key to overcome all of your doubts, fears, and worries. Live in the moment now." So that was another life book page from 2013. A couple of more pages from life book 2013. Listen to your inner voice. This is about the chakra. Lots of stenciling book pages. This here was putting down crumpled up tissue paper and then painting over the top of it. Listen to your heart is what I put on here, because I need to do that more. Another life book journal page, a lot of book pages, a tree image, and drawing and coloring. I drew the elephant and the girl, and I can't remember what I put on that, but there was a message on there that got, closed up. Something inspirational, a sticker of a butterfly. Another page from Life Book 2013. It is okay for you to be you. So stamping, stenciling, coloring, and then drawing. And here you can see I'm getting a little better at drawing faces. Still kind of challenging. Another life book page, Close to My Heart, which has got some painting and stenciling and stuff. And then these hands. I keep some things close to my heart, which I thought was cute. The face was drawn and cut out and put down, and then the rest of it was done over top. 2013 still. And that was it. Oh, one more last thing. That was all the blank pages. And then this was one final from Life Book 2013. Don't know, can I get this open? It's kind of sticking together. But this was working big. So this was opening up, like putting quite a few pages together. If I can get it open. Ugh. And this was a really, talking about working big. And it's a lot of painting, stenciling, drawing, stamping, and this was from Life Book 2013 as well. And then just the faces. Oh, that's the back. Now, I was going to actually secure this down on the last page here, but never got around to it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this book, because like I said, it kind of got abandoned. I don't know if I should cut these pages out. I mean, I taped and gessoed these pages to have them ready for filling up, but I just never, did anything more with it, because the book is like coming apart and is, even though I took half pages out. So I don't know what to do with this. I'm over it. I'm on to other art journals, so, probably I'm not going to do anything more with this at this point. So that's this art journal, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.